Right, good morning. So, coming to the conservatory for a nice change of scenery, as it were, looking at some different projects that I'm doing in addition to everything else that's going on. As you all know now, I'm a little bit mad when it comes to projects. So, there are currently 4 projects in the beginning stages. So, first one is a new quarantine tank, which is going to be built in the garage. That will also double up as a separation unit for the female koi prior to spawning. So that'll be the first one. So it'll be a simple case of building it out of sleepers. Obviously it'll be in the garage anyway, so it'll be in a dry, flat area. So put a liner in it, put some underlay inside as well. So hopefully we'll do a video we can show you how to throw one together, as a better word. I want to try and keep the budget quite tight for the simple reason so everybody can understand the pitfalls, as it were, on everything that I'm going to be building in the not too distant future. So budget for the QT tank that's going to be in the garage, budget for that's 500 quid. That will include liner, underlay, sleepers. I'd like to put a waterfall, some shape or description in there. Bit of moonlighting. And when I say moonlighting, I don't mean doing things outside of normal working hours. I mean moonlighting as in lighting inside the water when the garage is off, when the garage lights are off. So I want to look at that. Looking at projects at the top of the garden. So that is going to be a pond, which is going to be quite a weird shaped one, to be fair. It's going to be 5 foot at one end, 8 foot two sides into 8 foot. So basically it'll be that shape. Originally I was going to look at doing it in blockwork. Originally I was looking at doing it in, I'll give the story away now. Originally I was going to look at doing it in sleepers, for the simple reason because the rest of the garden's all made out of wood. And obviously I like working with sleepers and I like working with wood as well, so it all ties in together. My main man, Dazza, come up with a good idea when we were here, saying instead of using sleepers and everything, why don't we look at blocking? I thought that ain't a bad idea at all. So what we're going to look at the top of the garden will be approximately 2,100 gallons, give or take a little bit. So I need to work it out properly. So it'll be 4 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot by 4 foot deep. So I'll sort those calculations out after. I think it's around 2,700 litres. So I'll look at that. Going to put a window in, so it's going to be blocked with a window in. Concrete floor. There'll be a there'll be a bottom drain in there which will be 4 inch into a 4 inch pipe, and then obviously a return. There is going to be a new type of filter that I'm going to be putting in there from a company called Elite Filtrations, which will be a BioCube 800, which is massively going to be over filtered. But again, it's all going to be about experimenting. I want to turn the pond up the top into a test bed. So I want to test it for everything to the extreme. So it is going to be a reasonably small pond, but everything's going to be to the extreme. So when I say that, I don't think anybody expect any different, to be fair. So that will be blocked up. At the end of that then, at the far end, I want a waterfall. And I want 2 returns in. So you will have the pond itself, will have a glass window at the front. I'd like the window to be ideally 1200 by 900 deep. So 1200 is 4 foot by 3 foot. bearing in mind it's an 8-foot distance, so obviously it's going to be quite tight, so we're going to get some serious securing done to the blocks, which is why I'm going to be getting the top geezer in, my man Dazza, and his landscaping company, because I have massive amounts of faith in what he does and how he does it. Plus we love working together as well, and we just bounce off each other, so why wouldn't I do it with Daz? I love the bloke to bits. It's just so funny, and like I said, we bounce off each other, so it's brilliant. So that'll be a pond at the top of the garden. Slight difference, because what we're then going to do a little bit further down the line is enclosing the greenhouse. Yeah, so that greenhouse will be quite big. So if you can imagine, you've got a 4 foot by 8 foot pond at the top, and then that will be enclosed inside a greenhouse. The greenhouse will be 6 panels. Now, I'm not very good when it comes to calculating, so I were telling me that the panels that I previously bought off them were 6x6s. I believe that they were 6x5s with a 1 foot gravel board that was on it. So I'm going to use, all the calculations we're going to use is going to be based on 6x5. So there's going to be, I want the greenhouse to be 6 panels long. So if we base that on 6 foot panels, that'll be 36 foot long. The external front, so what you'll be looking at, will be 15 foot. And then the length of it will be 15 metres, so it'll be a decent size. That will be, so you'll have footings at the front of it. You'll then have, I'd like between 3 and 6 blocks high. So obviously 3 flat or 6 flat or 3 upright with the door. Then I want to encase that with 4x4 posts all the way down the entire length of it. But I also want to incorporate that into the pond as well. So on the 4 corners of the pond, they will have 4x4 posts in as well. And then we'll run braces all the way along both sides. So obviously, because it's a taper, it's going to be quite complicated. I want all the front to be glazing. So I'm going to go to a number of the window companies around here, try and see if I can get some glazing. A lot of the companies around here do the glazing. They've got to get rid of it anyway, so a lot of them do it for free, or when I say free, it could be like 20-30 quid to transport it and stuff like that. So I'll look at that. I'd like to look at a light oak back door that I'll be using on the front of the greenhouse. The reason why I'm saying a back door is, as you all know, most of the back doors have got glazing at the top and bottom. Front door is normally enclosed with a little tiny window on there. I want to maximise as much light in there as I possibly can. One side of the greenhouse is going to be Teresa's greenhouse, so she's going to be growing stuff up there: garlic, peppers, onions, tomatoes, her usual plants. So some of the fuchsias that obviously she originated from a late father. So we want to kind of try and maintain them for them as well. Another couple of projects are going to be coming up. So obviously we've got the pond, we've got the greenhouse, we've got the QC tank. I'm also going to be looking at a rather large solar array that we're going to have on the front of the bungalow. So that's going to be from a company called Contact Solar. So what I'll do is, they have given me a reasonably good price on it. It's for 7.25 kilowatts of panels, so it's 18 panels with a 4.26 battery system, so it'll be 2 packs of batteries that'll be running alongside each other. Obviously with all the equipment that goes into it as well. So further down the line as well, we'll be doing a video on that as well. be able to take you through all the pitfalls as well of solar panels and the way that they work. Also going to show you a large amount of data that I've collated over the last 2 years on the usage that I have within the bungalow, and then we can compare it after from the solar, because a lot of these solar companies out there turn around and say, we can sell you this system for this, and this is what you'll save, and this is what your turnover will be, and this is how you'll turn it back. I'll show you on video, so you'll see it all. You'll see what the savings are, if there is any at all. I'm not going to lie to you, this system it retails to around £14,000. It is quite a heavy duty system. So the system is, it's very detailed. So they'll install a capacity of 18 panels, which will be 385 watt panels. There'll be a large number of other bits and pieces. So the total kilowattage will be, they're predicting it to be 5,200 a year. Some of the stuff that they're going to be putting in, so they give you a return on your investment, telling you what it is. So they believe that over 25-year calculation, they reckon the return on the investment will be 60,549.32. That's based on export and other bits and pieces. Obviously, we're not going to do it over 25 years, but what we can do is set it up on an Excel spreadsheet. I'll be able to give you all the information. A lot of you know that I do a lot of wheeling and dealing. I've done for a long time. The main reason why I do that is so I can get my head round what's going on, make it nice and easy. So I want to make sure that if I can give you guys the saving by doing it slightly different, and saying, well, instead of having this, go to this, then obviously that'll be better for yourself. I want to make it very, very clear there is going to be no sponsorship in any shape or form. The discounts are going to be the discounts I've negotiated. It's as simple as that. They don't even know that this stuff is going to be put on any channel or any video in any shape or form. I do have every intention of, once this is done, is telling them obviously it'll be going on the TVR channel. And obviously if they can do anything for anybody else, then that's entirely up to them. They'll need to do all the contacting and do all the negotiating themselves. But I want to make it very, very clear that everything I do, there's been no support from anybody. It's all come from myself. It's all come out of my pocket. Exceptions to the rule is obviously I bought a large chop saw. They were offering potentially a sponsorship deal. When I say they're offering it, they said to contact them via email, which I did. And after 3 months, nothing's come through in any shape or form. So I made that clear that obviously there's no sponsorship on that as well, which I'm a bit disappointed about. But because I like my tools. If Parkside originally come out with the stuff that I need, so the rather large, I need a shape planer, or planer and a thicknesser. I need a heavy duty table saw and that kind of thing. They do one, but it's not heavy duty. So if I got stuff like that, happily I'd buy it from Parkside. I love Parkside equipment, always have done. So what I'll probably do a little bit further down the line is give you all the information on what I've bought, how I bought it, how much it's cost, when I've got it from, and do it that way. So like I said, so just to give you a quick summary of things that I'm going to be doing, is QT tank, pond at the top of the garden, greenhouse, the pond will be enclosed in, so that'll be a grow on pond, new filtration system. Incidentally, by the way, the filtration system that I'm going to be getting won't be brand new. It will be second hand, and it will be, well, I've already bought it to be fair, so it's coming from one of the guys from the Birmingham Koi Society, gentleman called Chris, fantastic, brilliant bloke, absolute pond to die for. He tried the system on his He's been doing the ponds for well over 30 years. He's actually gone back to basics, which is quite interesting. He's tried the nexuses, he's tried everything, and he's actually gone back to a massive, I think it's about 15 foot long, cotton koi system. So that's quite interesting. But like I said, so this is an intro into what the plans are over the next 12 months. So you're going to see some videos where I'm going to look quite growly. Reason being is, and as some of you will know, I had a back injury a few years ago. Every now and then it starts to plays up quite a bit through the winter. I really do suffer through the winter. Also, you'll see through some of the videos as well, you'll get to hear that I had a little bit of an accident through part of the videos as well, and I ended up in hospital for a little while they were trying to do a bit of an assessment. But again, that'll be in some of the videos that are going to be coming up as well. So this video that I'm doing now is just a bit of an intro into showing you everything that's coming on with, or some of the videos I've already previously done, some of them are going to be coming. It's going to be a rather large blog, if you like, that will encompass everything that I'm going to be doing. Obviously I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing for Jack and TBR. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing for Dazza as well. Some interesting stuff that I'm coming up with in filtration and stuff like that I've ideas that come up from the aquarium side. So I'm going to be looking at a 2-pressure system, which they do the same on aquariums. So Jack and a gentleman called Pond Guru were doing filtration systems for aquariums, and they use these little tiny booster containers which have got log filters in it, and then they use their pressure systems that they use in the aquariums, and then they've got all biological stuff in there. So I'm going to do similar to that, to be fair. Some of my ideas I've got coming up, some of the drawings, some of the plans I've got coming up as well. Just a quick one of what the greenhouse is going to be looking like as well. So and some of the costings as well. So this is going to be all the prices will be 100% legit. I will have a budget for each individual part of the project, and then I'll be able to tell you whether I'm under budget or over budget. So a simple example is the pond at the top of the garden is going to be a budget of about 3,000 quid. Oh, incidentally as well, that pond's going to be fiberglassed as well. And obviously, whoever does that fiberglassing, obviously I'll be paying them the proper money. But I will give them a shout out as well. So obviously if anybody wants to use them, that'll be their choice. Obviously I won't mention the names at the moment. I'll mention it when they come, when they do the bits and pieces. So yeah, so that'll give you an idea of what's going on, plans for the future. Obviously now we're sitting, we're in February now. So obviously some of the stuff, some of the videos that you're going to be seeing, some of them started in December. Some of them was late November, December. There was a few in January, and then obviously I had the little tiny issue in January as well. And my hotel stay at New Cross Hospital, so I'll have that as well. And then obviously then what we'll do is plan of action is around back end of March into the beginning of April. We'll get the blocking done, so we'll get Dazza and Rich in. So with their landscape gardening company, they will be paid same as everybody else. Obviously we won't discuss any figures or stuff like that, but you know, I want to make sure that everything is budget. I'll show you all the bits and pieces, and like I said, if it's in budget, it's in budget. If it's out of budget, I'll be able to explain why, tell you the reasons why we were out of budget and what mistakes I made. Mainly to be calculations. Obviously I'm a simple Areas black country bloke. I'm never going to be any different. I'm still pounds, shillings and pence. So obviously when we start talking metrics, I struggle. Give me feet, I'll work that all day. Give me gallons, I'll work that out all day. When you start talking cubic tons and you start talking on stuff like that and metric meterages, I struggle. So if I turn around and say to you it's 15 metres for argument's sake, I probably mean it's 15 foot because like I said, I'm terrible at doing the conversions. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. So hopefully we've got all these videos coming out in the not too distant future. Hope you enjoyed the journey. So in the meantime, take it easy. And as Jack normally likes me to say, mad doggy dog, out.